You ever get tired of recording a podcast? Like, you ever sit there and be like, oh, this shit's dumb.
So I enjoy doing the podcast, but like the sitting down and recording the podcast and like setting up and finding the times, yeah, that's a little tiring. But like the podcast itself, I love doing the podcast.
I don't know. Sometimes, I mean, I think, like he said, the finding the time is the most whatever strenuous part. Then sometimes the times that we find, people are either tired or not into it, or
I want to say like after our last fiasco of a podcast, like just the politics are starting to wear, and it's like, what the fuck? Like it goes from being something that, you know, like one thing I hate about work is politics. You know, you sit there and you go to work, you can't say certain things because it's an HR nightmare, or you can't do this, you can't do that because it's not politically correct. And the podcast was always like that means of an opening to say, I can speak my mind, I can be myself, I can do what I want to do. And, you know, like it's my fucking opinion, which doesn't make it any type of credible. It's just a fucking opinion. And hey, you know, there I am. But then it's like, you know, it's like, oh, now you got to worry about this. Now you got to worry about that. You can't say this. You can't say that. And I'm just going to put this shit on the record now. It's gray sweatpants season. Regardless of who want to admit to meat gazing or not, it's gray sweatpants season. So
that's very true.
You know, like I like to say that. And with that, I'm going to welcome everybody to episode 25 of the Two Dab Crew podcast.
Did we have a 24?
We do have a 24, and I know by the time they're listening to this, they got 24, but 24 right now is currently being held hostage. Because episode 24, I will not release to the public until we get a total of 750 streams. And as of tonight, when we're recording, we're at 685. So we need about, I think, 65 more streams
that's
to get to it. So if you're listening to this episode, thank you for streaming the Two Dab Crew podcast to get to 750 streams. So you got episode 24. And depending if I want to be, you know, a little bitch or not, maybe I hold episode 25 until, you know, I get to.
At least you admit you being a little bitch about it.
Right. Listen, I think after 25 episodes, I reserve the right to be a little bitch.
No.
I'm sorry.
Hey, don't be entitled.
That's valid.
Right? After 25 episodes. And technically speaking, this is episode 26. Like, I know, like, we're doing the whole episode 25 for a second time. So I feel like fucking, you know, Marty and Doc Brown when they hit fucking 121 gigawatts.
But isn't that also kind of counterproductive? Because the faithful streamers are going to stream. So the more you put out, the more streams you will get.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to broaden from our aspect. So the faithful streamers listen to every episode.
Absolutely.
Right. So, but if you look at every episode only has about 20 streams. So assuming, you know, we have 20 faithful streamers out there who are streaming, which we appreciate the love, but we got to get it to someplace bigger than that. So what I did, if you haven't checked it out by now, please check out 2dabcrew.com. You can see everything, all the updates, you know, if you don't want, like, I've been telling people to follow us on social media for fucking 24 episodes. Nobody's done the shit.
You know, we got to do some insane publicity stuff.
Right. So, we just got to get the word out there. So I'm asking the faithful streamers to encourage a friend to listen to 5 episodes. So if we get 15 people to listen to 5 episodes, that's 75 streams. Boom, episode out. So if each person can tell 5 friends to listen to, or each, if we have 20 faithful streamers and they each ask one friend to listen to 5 episodes, you'll have episode 24, which you obviously do now because it's episode 25. And now
marketing scheme, your fave 5.
Now I don't know if this is a pyramid scheme or fucking Morty's mind blower, but I'm starting to get confused myself.
No, it's the T-Mobile scheme, the fave 5.
Like I'm losing myself as I'm doing this because I got to remember that this episode's recorded way before they actually listen to it. If you want to hear us live, you got to follow us on Instagram. Most of you don't because I control the Instagram account and nobody fucking follows us. So you're not getting.
I follow us.
You're not getting it.
Listen, it's just good. It's going to be that much more special when we blow up and everybody, and then they're going to be like, "These are the deep cuts. Y'all know nothing of these."
Exactly.
Right.
Like
I listened to this podcast before it had 1,000.
Yeah, like before it was mainstream, right? Like, yo, exactly. I've been down with the crew since day one.
Deep cuts,
right?
Deep cuts.
Yeah, I got that underground. We got that underground shit, that mixtape, that 8 Mile, like in your face type shit.
You hear me? We might just take the whole season 1 off and make it like premium subscription only.
Exactly.
On our Patreon or only Giraffes page.
So I've been thinking about trying to do something like that, where it's like content is hidden and only exclusive to certain things. Like, like Joe Rogan got his podcast and it's like exclusive to Spotify, but then he can also put it on YouTube, but he just can't put it on any other audio only like streaming software. Yeah. So it's like if we had subscribers who maybe paid a monthly fee, you could get the episode like a week early, but I don't know how to only upload it to like one particular spot.
I don't think we're at that level yet.
We may not be, but we have to think with that mindset.
Nah, that's true. So
again, thank you to everybody listening right now. It's your boy Powder. I'm here with Andre and Ergoff as always. Again, we're calling this episode 25 asterisk. If you know us, we keep it real. Our last technical episode of 25 was a little too real. So we
got super real.
We didn't get the publisher clearance to release it, so we had to throw it in the vault. I know I said I deleted it, but I lied.
You got it locked away in the vault?
It's locked away in the vault.
Okay.
I'm waiting for the perfect blackmail opportunity to be like, boom.
Oh my God.
So,
man.
I mean, I think it's pretty cool though, because I know they don't listen to the podcast. Right. Obviously, because of the fiasco we had. So, you know, I feel like we could talk about it, you know, like I feel like it's out in the open. So I do appreciate you guys tuning in. It is, as we record, December 19th. I've officially not shaven for 50 days.
Beard looks good.
So far, the beard is doing well, thanks to South Beach Beard Products.
Looks good, very dark. I mean, soft.
Well, it's dark because I dyed it.
I was like, I noticed it was super dark.
So it's crazy because like everybody's looking at me like, but my beard hair is like a dark brown, almost. You know, you could say it's black. So you know, when we were here the other day, Trey was like, "Oh, did you get the Beijing done because your beard looking thick?" I was like, "No, I ain't get the Beijing done." But then I was like, "Damn, like I should get the Beijing done because I got all the fucking grays."
Yeah.
So obviously, you know, like I can't find somebody in Daytona Beach that does Beijing, right? And the neighborhood that maybe I could find it in, I'm not traveling to. So I was like, all right, fuck it. So I went to Walmart, and Walmart got the little ethnic section in the hair products and shit. And I was like, all right, they got the Beijing dye, but I was like, nah, I don't know. It don't really got a lot of instructions to it. It don't look easy. When I looked at it on like fucking YouTube, it's like they paint that bitch on, and then like sometimes it fucking dyes the skin. You know, I'm fair skinned, so it's like I don't know if that shit gonna work for me.
You didn't want to come out blackface?
Yo, like, I don't know if they ready for that.
That would have been hilarious.
I don't know if they ready for that. So then I was like, fuck it. All right, well, I'm gonna do this. So I went to the Just for Men.
I knew you were gonna say that.
The beard, but then so they had dark brown, and I was like, all right, cool. So all the and this is where it's funny, right? Because all the fucking ones, they got the blonde, the other shit, the brown, the medium brown, the dark brown, the black, and then they had one called Jet Black. And the Jet Black was the only fucking product that had the black dude on it.
Oh.
Right? So I bought it. I was like, I want Jet Black. Like, I didn't want black, like regular. It was called like real black. I was like, no, I want Jet Black. It was the only one that had the black dude on. So I take it home. And, you know, I'm like, I don't know if I can do this shit myself. So, you know, my aunt ain't got shit to do. So I was like, yo, like, I need you to dye my beard. And she's looking at me. She's like, Jet Black? She says, you understand the black guy in the cover, right? I said, I know exactly why I got it. Like, I need this. I need to get it done. So, you know, she did it for me, you know, and that shit came out all right. I go to work the next day. And the beauty is we got to wear masks at work. So I got a black mask on. So everybody's like, what's different about you? I'm like, I don't know. And then, like, I take the mask off. They're like, did you do something to your beard? I'm like, what'd I do to it? I've been growing that shit out. It looked fly. South Beach beard. You know, and they're like, huh? They're like, nah, it's something else. They're like, you dyed it.
The man plugs in real life.
Hey, listen, day in, day out. If your beard don't look as fly as mine, then you need to hit South Beach beard up, you know?
I kept looking at that some bitch today. I was like, something is different.
You know, that'll be a little friendly plug. You know, I know that you said the product is coming out soon.
Yes, sir.
They handcrafted it Miami by a real Miamian, you know, and it's just like it's similar to the Cohibas that the Cuban guy rolls when he's on Ocean Drive.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, it's like you could get a hand rolled cigar, but you actually got a dude that sits in a chair on Ocean Drive in front of a hotel. He'll roll your shit up for you.
Yeah.
Like, we don't roll through that shit plenty of times. And my dude sit there and drop him a little extra. He'll sit there, roll the blunt for you. So, you know, again, technically, we're going to call this 25 asterisk. I think that's going to be a nice little topic. And we can't really give you a recap because it was supposed to be something epic, and it's not. Not yet. So, this is the last official numbered episode of season 2020, technically season 1. So if you've been riding with us since day one, if you listen from episode 1 to 24 to 25 with the 2 secret episodes, we appreciate it. Really, it's about the holidays. We're going to give you a holiday special because I see that shit on South Park all the time. They got all these specials, you know, the pandemic special, this special, that special. So we're going to give you a Christmas holiday special. And then for 2021, when we come back with season 2, we're going to come back with some epic shit. So if you thought this season was good, it's only going to get better. So I'm looking forward to it. You guys looking forward to it?
Hell yeah.
I mean, it's not just going to be like a podcast. Like, we got a whole conglomerate of shit going on. You know, by the time 2021 come around, you're going to have the podcast flowing, the photo shoots flowing, the beard juice flowing. People going to be dripping with fucking beard oil all the fucking time. It's just going to be crazy.
Golden nectar of the gods.
Listen, we're going to have to put fucking like raincoats on the fucking microphones because it's going to be dripping fucking beard juice everywhere.
You mean like drip, drop, drippity, drip?
Yeah,
drip?
you think people talk about they got that drip because they got like diamond this shit? We're going to have that drip because that beard juice going to be drippy.
That soul glow? You tell them we're going to hit them with that soul glow?
The soul glow for the face, baby.
The soul glow is definitely where it's going to be. So I got
shout out to the new Coming to America.
It ain't out yet. We can't shout it out.
But
yet.
you got to shout it out.
So
to build awareness.
Listen, like I was thinking about that the other day, right? And I want to take this time that we get into it. Thank you for reminding me about that. Let's all have a moment of silence for Debo.
He died. That's right.
There's a moment of silence, fool. Like,
okay. Let's take a moment of silence.
Hey,
So you know, like I could Google the real actor. I don't know his name. I think it's like Tiny something.
Yeah.
Because I remember he was more than just Debo. He was like the president of the Earth and the Fifth Element. I think it was like Tiny. I want to say Tiny Zeus. Shit.
It was Tiny Zeus.
Yeah.
It was Tiny Zeus.
You sure you Google that? That's a fact check.
Tiny Zeus. Tom Lister Jr., a.k.a. Tiny Zeus.
Yeah. All right. So I when he died, I was like, fuck. Right? Like obviously R.I.P. to the man. But I was like, damn, I ain't never gonna get my fucking Last Friday movie now. Like I'm a Friday fanatic. I love Friday, next Friday, Friday after next, like huge fan of Smokey. I like Mike Epps' character too in it, but the whole franchise of movies I like.
Me
Like
too.
you know what I'm saying? Like that's my vibe movie. If I want a vibe, I'm watching Friday or one of the Fridays. And they've been talking for years, like, yo, you gonna get Last Friday. It's gonna have all the characters coming back. They weren't gonna do it unless they could get Mike Epps and Chris Tucker and all of the whole people together. And I was like, damn, now Tiny gone. There's none. And I was like, I pray to God that they don't try to fucking remake Friday with some hipsters. Like they did with fucking How High 2. Now, How High is one of my favorite movies. Like I'll give the listeners like some of my favorite movies of all time. The Friday trilogy, Training Day, fucking How High, and maybe a couple other movies in that shit. Wolf of Wall Street, I love. But really, like some of those are my favorites. And when they made How High 2 and they put like Lil Uzi Vert in that shit, or whoever the fuck they put, I was like, I can't see it. Like How High without Redman and Method Man is not a movie to me. That's like making Coming to America 2 without Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall. Like it's not the same. I don't give a fuck how you twist the story, who cousin or whatever. It's not the same because like I grew up on the original, and it's hard to compete. Like I guess because we're in that demographic that the reboots are all the shit we grew up on.
Yeah. There's no original content now. It's all reboots.
But who's selling that? I think it's our generation reselling our stories to the younger generation.
Well, that's what it is. And I'm a little cold on the reboots too, because again, like I like some of my favorites is Coming to America, Harlem Nights,
Harlem Nights.
I love Harlem Nights.
Harlem Nights is such a gem, bro.
With Richard Pryor, with Quick. Bro, when he shoot the bitch toe off in the beginning of the movie.
Listen, I love Della Reese, by the way. Della Reese, oh my goodness, she reminded me of my grandmother so much.
You hit like a bitch.
My grandma don't cuss, but other than that, like she reminded me of my grandmother. But that movie was just, I lost it. Vampire in Brooklyn, love it.
That's one of my Greed. Is good.
No, it was Evil. Evil is good.
Sorry, Evil is good.
Yeah, and then he was talking about ass. He's like, Evil is good, and ass is good. But anyway, so I see what they're trying to do, because it's like, oh well, this generation missed out on it. Well, just let them watch the original.
Well, so I think like with the reboots, there's a lot of good intentions in play, and it's like some things I get real excited for, and then it's like such a huge letdown.
Yeah.
Like for instance, the Power Rangers reboot. Right?
You didn't like that?
I actually like that, so I can't even I can't even flex. I like it. To me what it was, like it was like maybe 15 minutes of that movie, like towards the end was good. But it was like the build up for the story was just too much. Like I think that made you realize
it was too much. You gave me like an hour and a half of like origin and then 15 minutes of action.
Well, but to be fair, the originals didn't have much in the way of character development anyway.
But exactly, because you were a fan, you followed it. So like if you look at like what Power Ranger movie was that, like with Ivan Ooze, they didn't even get into the origin of the Power Rangers because it started mid.
It assumed you knew who the Power Rangers were.
Well, that's because the show was still airing.
Yeah.
The show's still airing now.
But people who
incarnates of it,
people who came in, I mean, think about it. If you look at like the Avengers, like they had they all separate movies, but like it was kind of like when you watch the Avengers, it was kind of like you bumped into action. Right? And then they show you how the Avengers formed, but there was a mixture between action, story and all that like plot and shit.
But
Power Rangers was a lot of plot and bullshit, and then like they got to the Megazord, then it wasn't. But there weren't enough putties. So like everything you knew about Power Rangers because we grew up on it was missing.
See, and
so with the CGI the way it should have been, I was hoping for something really fucking epic, but it was like maybe I had high hopes and that was a downer. But
that brings me to a point that I'm always talking about, whether it's Power Rangers or something having to do with superheroes. I think that sometimes we can get in our own way of enjoying certain movies because we have these standards. Me and my buddy, we were watching Titans, and he was so hung up on the fact that the character that was playing Starfire was a black person instead of somebody of yellow skin. And I'm like, first off, that would look terrible. And second off, like, it still works. Like, her character,
it works better.
Exactly. It just works, you know? And then he was like, oh, and she's not supposed to use fire. Her hair is supposed to be made of fire, and she's supposed to shoot energy bolts. And I'm like, if you stick too closely to canon, you're going to get in your own way of enjoying something. So I feel like with Power Rangers, to be fair, yes, there was a lot of character development, but it wasn't really trash. Some of the acting, when I went back and watched, when they first put it back on Netflix, and I went back and watched Power Rangers, I was like, what the fuck was I watching? Like, this acting is terrible.
I feel like now maybe I'm going to get another try, and I'm going to go home again and watch it, but I probably won't. Like, I'll be honest with you, like, my video, like, intake, like, when I'm tired and I come home, like, I'm watching, like, either Jersey Shore or Dragon Ball Z. Either or.
Yeah. So I just said that because that's one of my peeves, especially when Hollywood does something to like include representation and make a character a different ethnicity, and then everybody just gets all up in arms about it. And I'm just like, really? Like,
who cares?
You know, but I'm just saying they get
black, Latino, Chinese, alien. It's all the same thing. Who
It's
cares?
A fictional character to start with.
Who cares what color she is? You know, like, if she out there throwing thunderbolts and shit, so what? That's what it is. I mean, didn't make her hair fire because guess what? That shit wouldn't be realistic.
And it's also expensive as fuck on the CGI.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you gonna tell me, like, you walking around and the bitch hair was on fire, you wouldn't be like, yo, like, what the fuck?
At all times?
You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta tone that shit down to make it look like they could, like, blend in reality. You know,
exactly.
Like, Raven, old fucking, you know, gothic ass, she could put on a cloak and walk around and just be weird.
Well, I know he wasn't coming from a position of, like, mad that she was a black person. I think it was just he was so a stickler for canon. And I'm like,
let's talk about your friend. What ethnicity was he?
Asian.
Wow.
You know him.
Wow. You hear that? You hear that? You hear that? He was complaining that she wasn't yellow. He couldn't get down with the show. He couldn't get down with the brown.
Oh, no, he got into it afterwards. After I really broke it down for him, because he's like my little brother, and I had to sit him down and have that talk with him.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
Right. I was like, look, you're getting in the way of in your own enjoyment of the show, because it's actually really good.
I ain't watch it. Like, I was surprised that fucking HBO Max got all this shit on it. Like Andre put me onto the fact that Rick and Morty was actually on HBO Max.
It blew my mind.
And
it's all Warner Media.
And I hadn't seen season 4 of Rick and Morty because I don't have Comedy Central. So it was like watching that shit, bro. Like that when Rick and that fucking dragon were flying around, bumping the Future, getting high on Molly and Percocet. And I love me some Rick and Morty, and I've been trying to put people onto the Boondocks.
Boondocks is just forever.
It's classic.
It's just a class. It's gonna be forever. One of the best cartoons ever. Like,
so,
I remember.
I'm a big Family Guy guy. Like, I love Family Guy.
I remember when the Boondocks was a comic strip that I used to read. That shit was dope.
So before I get into like our major topic of the episode, because there's a topic we have to put to rest today.
What is it?
I'm tired of talking about that shit to people at work because they don't fucking believe me. and I'm here to prove a point today. But before I get into that, I want to talk about this. You ever think about like your smart home devices? Like we know they're always listening, right? Your Alexa,
I have a million thoughts.
Your
on
Googles, whatever, your phone, because your phone reacts to like, "Hey Google" or "Hey Siri."
Sorry, I'm having trouble with the connection.
Whose fucking phone is that?
Yours, motherfucker.
Who that iPhone 12 is sweet. You see how that fucking responsive that shit is from so far away?
Mine's on silent, but it went off too.
Listen. Anyway, just like that, I was wondering like if that shit records to some type of database, imagine people like digging it in, like, and they got smart home devices.
Yeah.
You know, like you sitting there like putting in your 3-4 strokes, right? and you be like, you know, like, I don't know if, you know, say my name is still a thing, or, you know, call me daddy or
Call me.
You don't have to ask them to call you daddy anymore. They just do it.
yeah, for a price.
Yeah.
But I was like,
Or they'll put a Z on it, like Zaddy.
like remember when they were like Homeland Security was like screening text messages for certain words and shit that you would say, it would trigger. So one's something like somebody was like fucking listening. Like one's you know, like let's say for instance, let's just, because this is in Two Dab Crew fashion, say R. Kelly was at his house.
Oh my God.
Right? And the chick said, "Go ahead, Robert, piss on me." And the fucking Amazon Alexa is recording the shit. Like, would it trigger like for something to go on? Or like, does that put it into a database? Because I've seen, like, I can go through my Alexa app and it can tell me like all the things I previously have requested. Because I've seen that, because I wake up late for work sometimes and I'm like, fuck, I gotta go.
I think it'll probably record, and I'm pretty sure that Homeland Security could probably get a hold of it. But here's the thing: any lawyer worth their salt would be able to get that.
I'm not worried about the legal factors of it. I'm talking about the embarrassing sexual situations people may be put in.
Why would it be embarrassing unless you're just not putting in that work?
But ones if you do some weird shit behind closed doors.
Well,
right.
Now
you know what I mean.
Now
like
you just gave yourself a
what if you like to wear a diaper and get spanked?
Well, then you just gave yourself a leg up in that weird OnlyFans segment, because now you just it's like everybody know you already embarrassed, but you got a cult following already. So it's like, okay, I'm into it, and there's millions of others.
I was
OnlyFans.
I was sitting there and I'm like, damn, like this shit's always recording. Like, if you want to like moan, like if you were like masturbating and you just want to like fucking moan a little bit, like it's weird because it's like somebody's in the fucking room, even though there's not a physical body.
Maybe that's more. Maybe that makes it more exciting.
Bro,
does it? Like
my Connect, I swear to God, and it can see so good in the dark. Like, I hate it when it's on, because it's I just know it's looking and judging me.
But people can hack the shit too. So like I have an Amazon Echo Show 8, and it's across from my bed on like some shelving on the wall. So when I'm laying in bed, like as I'm watching TV, I can look over to the right and I can see the screen. So like, you know, I could be like, "Hey Alexa, what's the weather?" Whatever it is. Now all of a sudden, like my Ring doorbell, when people ring it, it automatically pops up. But then I'm starting to get fucking notices on the TV that say, "Hey, you know, you could tell Alexa to fucking put the Ring on the TV." So like I could pause my movie and do that. And I was like, this is very, very user friendly, but it was like, it's a little too you making this shit a little too easy.
It's too easy.
And it's like, if it's that easy for you to do this, to do that, like, how do I know, like, I'm not being compromised?
My thing
how do I know Jeff Bezos ain't gonna fucking sit there and hack my fucking Amazon and get these, like, nude photos of me? Or maybe, you know, like, I'm laying in bed, you know, sometimes I sleep naked, and I'm sleeping naked, he taking photos of me, and next thing you know, I get a fucking random, like, blackmail email or maybe a certified letter, if that's still a thing. You know, I don't know with Trump getting rid of the post office, if certified letters still exist. But, you know, it's like, hey, like, we're going to, like, leak your nudes if you don't give us, like, $150,000.
Well,
so there's actually a group of, like, there's actually a group of scammers who have been sending that kind of email out. They'll be all like, we have photos of you in an intimate situation. If you don't pay us X amount of Bitcoin,
and I know like
we'll
the shit's got the fucking thing where like
Go right ahead.
you can close the fucking camera and turn it off, but it's still got it there. But even if it didn't see me, like I feel like there's just sometimes where I say some things in my room where I feel like I'm in the privacy of my room, not realizing that your smart home shit records you.
Feel like
you know, like, cause guess what? All you gotta do is like set that shit up now, and then guess what? Amazon got a lie detector app built in, right? So imagine a dude be like telling his chick like there was nobody here, and then Amazon just pops up. That is a lie. Like in the fucking
your heart rate just increased.
in the fucking like the Maury Povich voice, like. Our test determined that was a lie. You had a bitch over here 2 nights ago.
And then you get the,
because like it can literally like detect whose voice it is. So like when I tell my Amazon to do something, it'll respond to me and call me by my name. Whereas somebody else tells my Amazon to do something, it won't call them by my name. So it's not like it's just programmed. Like it literally can distinct voices. It's the same thing like Facebook with the facial recognition. If you upload a photo, if Facebook has your fucking picture already,
oh yeah, they know the
like it already knows. It's like, yo, that's Ergoff in the photo right there.
Yeah, they know.
And then it'll be like it'll be like Friday. It's like my cousin seen you at the show that night with some bitch. Tell me who she is. And then Facebook's like, that's Michelle. They've been friends and secretly communicating through Facebook Messenger for 2 months. You know what I mean? Like there's no privacy.
But you open up the door for lawsuits and stuff. I don't think it's gonna.
I don't think so, man.
They're too big. They're too big. Only the EU has the balls to sue Facebook. I know the U.S. government last week they actually indicted Facebook. But not for that kind of stuff because they were a monopoly that's too big. But
because they got rid of fucking MySpace.
Listen, the way I see it is, I'm not big enough for anybody to want anything from me. And when I do become big enough, it is what it is. Because at this point, we already, even though it may be momentarily embarrassing, we know that, leaked sex tapes is not necessarily a bad thing.
Well,
ask Kim.
I mean, if you ain't got nothing to hide, I guess. I mean, but apparently, like again, apparently, which is not proven, but according to the original episode 25, sending dick pics isn't a thing.
No, it's a thing. It's just frowned upon.
By who?
Everyone.
I will say this: a lot of women do not like that.
Listen,
some women do request that though.
Listen, I don't know, and I don't know a lot of people to begin with. Let me just put it out there. I don't know a lot of people because I'm antisocial as fuck. But motherfuckers like to get down.
Of course, but they don't want unsolicited.
Okay, unsolicited dick pics, unwelcome dick pics, and dick pics is completely different.
Well, I wasn't saying. Well, yeah, I wasn't saying in general.
Well, I'm just saying that I know for a fact. I mean, you know, people think about it.
Of course.
So for us to be told that nobody wants it is like, all right.
That was just a generalization, but
because again, like you listen to music, what Megan Thee Stallion want? 8 inches, right? Right. What Cardi B want? That big ass Mack truck, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Who else? They all talk about if a dude ain't got a dick like this, it don't work. Right. So they sitting there telling you that dick is important. So you're gonna tell me dick important, then you obviously gonna want to see a pic. At some point, I mean, you may be like, "Hey, what's up? My name is Craig. Here's a picture of my dick." Like, okay, maybe that's wrong.
I think when it comes to this, and it's important because there's so much wrapped up with the ego and all this, you really have to make sure you know who you're dealing with, like personally, because for some people, the size doesn't matter. For some people, the size do matter. For some people, they don't want them. For some people, they request them. So my thing is, I'm not going to be shooting my my genitals out to
but I don't,
anybody.
I don't think it's about. I wouldn't say size as much as like, like it's the look of it. Like you never look at an ass and be like, that's a pretty ass. Like you're not even looking at like whether it's big or small. You're just looking at it. It's like nice and smooth. Even if it's a big ass, if it's got a lot of cellulite on it or hair for whatever reason, you know what I'm saying? Like you like even though it's big, it's like. I'm just saying.
So
like,
no big hairy assholes is what you're saying.
Yeah, man. Nobody likes hairy asshole. I generalize because some people like hairy assholes. People eat ass. It's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and I'm not talking about like prison tall salads. Like I've yet to stick my tongue in an asshole. I'll be 34 in a month. I've yet to stick my tongue in an asshole. Have I thought about it? Yes, a lot. But it's like, to me, it's like I'm saving that for marriage, but I'm never gonna get married. So like I'm saving that for the right chick, and then it's like maybe not. I don't know.
Maybe Rihanna.
What?
I would definitely
Rihanna.
Yeah.
No, just stick your thumb in there and just
maybe. But I would I think about it, but I haven't done it. But I definitely wouldn't think about it if it wasn't a pretty asshole.
So they got to go get it bleached.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they got to get it bleached. Like again, we don't judge on color here. But I'm saying that if it was a lot of hair,
I don't think that's what we meant when we had that original conversation about
but
judging
I'm saying,
on color.
but you all right. So I'm saying logically, and again, we'll eventually we'll debunk the truth or myth behind this.
Mm-hmm.
But just like let's be real, you look at titties, right?
Mm-hmm.
You ever say that's a nice pair of titties?
Yes.
Right. You ever look at an ass and say that's a nice ass?
Yes.
Or see a chick with some thighs and be like, damn, them, there's some nice legs.
Yes.
You don't think people look at dicks and be like, that's a nice looking dick?
I don't think they
obviously I don't partake in that because dick doesn't it's not my thing. But I'm saying that for women, I see like I want
I love the preference. He's like, obviously I don't.
I just want to be politically correct because I don't want to say women and dick because it's not just women that like dick. It's the 21st century, so whatever way somebody goes, whatever somebody likes is their own business. So it could be dudes, chicks, whoever. But people who like dick, they might find dick pretty. They may want to look at dick. They may be like, that's a nice dick. I mean, how many times have you heard a chick?
Do you find your dick pretty?
Look, I don't have much to compare it to. But
you don't watch porn?
Listen, but you're missing the point. Don't put me on trial here, okay? This is not the trial, Robert Kelly. I did not piss on that girl. Okay, we moving on. I would say, but you ever heard a chick you ever be in conversations with groups of women, and then somebody bring up the fact of circumcised and uncircumcised, and a chick be like, uncircumcised, and she'd be like, it's all disgusted and shit. It happens. They do that. And some people like it, some people don't. But they obviously find beauty in it. They can't look past the fact that it's circumcised or non-circumcised because it's some chicks I've heard specifically say that they won't fuck a dude if his dick ain't circumcised.
I think...
And that's a fact.
I think, because I had to ask, I think it's because typically it's harder to clean uncircumcised.
Listen,
and most men don't put in the effort they need to.
I understand that it's a fucking pandemic right now, and people are still debating with the fact whether they should wear a mask or not. But motherfuckers is out there not wearing condoms like a motherfucker. I just go put that shit out there like that. Like I hear songs and shit, and it's like y'all motherfuckers is not scared of HIV anymore. I didn't know HIV disappeared.
Didn't disappear, but they do have a preventative cure.
But I mean,
but it's not a preventative cure. It may be something like HIV is one of the most evolving viruses in the world. That's why they couldn't cure it, except for whatever reason Magic Johnson has suddenly ain't got HIV no more. But
They need to be studying this, man.
Listen, I don't understand how the motherfucking 91 was like, yo, I'm HIV positive, and now everybody walking around like they'll smoke a blunt after them. Think about it. When you was a jit, right? Or you was growing up and you was smoking with somebody and you would have passed them the blunt and they would have said they had HIV, you wasn't smoking after them. Just after like pure like paranoia because we was illiterate. We didn't know any better. You know, but you look at it now and it's like they're like, yo, like I was listening to the baby and the baby was like, that was good. I'm gonna hit it with no rubber. Fuck the fact that you could get the chick pregnant.
That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing,
right? But it was like it's like if she was fucking with you and you a rapper, obviously, you know, I wouldn't think he was the first rapper she fucked. I would just be out there like that, you know, like hey, I ain't the first dude you fuck with no rubber. You let me fuck you with no rubber. Like you probably been through a couple. Let's be real. So if she did that, and to me, like, I'm not as scared as fucking HIV as much as I'm scared of herpes.
I'm not even
you can't tell the difference between a motherfucker with HIV and a motherfucker with not HIV.
One of them niggas is popping pills every day for the HIV. The other one's not.
But you can't tell the difference. When you look at two human beings together, you cannot tell which one got HIV and which one don't. Not in this day and age. Now, you could definitely look at two people and tell which one got fucking herpes and which one don't. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
But people don't seem to be scared of that gonorrhea. Like, I'm at least I'm comfortable to know that I haven't gotten some of this shit. But when they say it burn when you pee, like that ain't some shit that I'm trying to go down that road. Like, I'm not trying to fucking be like, yo, I wonder what that shit feel like.
You know, I mean, a bladder infection burn.
I'm scared. I'm telling you, I'm scared as fuck of the test that they got to do where they got to stick the Q-tip inside your dick.
I've had a catheter inserted. After that, it's all...
No, when I was in the hospital...
it's all child's play.
When I was in the hospital, they tried to put a catheter in me because they was like, you need to stay in bed. I was like, no, the fuck I don't. I'll get up. I was not playing that shit.
Yeah, I had no choice. It was either that or I was gonna... you know... die from an infection in my bladder.
Listen,
so.
I'm fucking getting up to pee. I'm sorry. It creeps me the fuck out.
It wasn't even about getting up. It was they had to put medicine in my bladder.
Sticking something in my pee hole is like fucking.
You know, it didn't hurt until it got to the. It didn't hurt until it got to the freaking bladder.
I'm sorry.
My God.
I can't do it.
Then that hurt.
Yeah, but I imagine that shit is dope because like, imagine being able to pee anywhere.
Dope.
Yeah, just imagine being able to pee anywhere.
Actually,
right?
It's not easy, bro. No, I promise you,
listen,
it's not easy.
Listen, I can't do it. I can't. And you know what?
It's not easy. It wants to go all around.
This shit got me queasy right now. So I'm gonna move on. I'm just saying that we gonna debunk the whole dick pic thing. But anyway, so topic of discussion for today. This is a Dear Crew exclusive, right? And I know we've personally had these conversations. Exclusive. But we're going to put this shit to bed tonight.
Okay.
All right? You guys with me?
Mm-hmm.
The Dear Crew is...
I'm here.
Dear Crew, who would win, Batman or Superman?
Here we go.
I feel like this is a moot point.
It is.
Superman will win.
Yeah.
Period.
So, the dude that asked me this, his brother is a huge Batman fan.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like he be calling his brother in front of me because he know, like, y'all know my whole, like, if you don't know, I'm gonna tell you right now, Batman was a rapist. Like, we gonna be real. Batman was a rapist, and he only came out at night because that's usually when most rapists come out, is at night. He was on the prowl. And what he was looking for...
Why are you besmudging this man's
listen,
name?
I'm telling you. The whole reason of the bat signal was to fucking tell the people of Gotham that the dude was on the prowl.
Oh my God.
The bat signal was not there to fucking like call Batman and be like, yo, we need your help. It was to let the fucking ladies know, like, yo, this creep is out. You need to stay indoors. He got all these gadgets and shit that the police department has. No, we can't fucking stop him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to stay indoors. Flash the fucking bat signal out. That's it. right? That's what used to happen. Fucking one of the Gotham cops be on the corner eating a donut. The fucking Batmobile would fucking zoom by. They would call Commissioner Gordon and be like, Commissioner, the bat's loose. The bat's out. And then he would put the fucking bat signal in the air to let people know, yo, stay indoors. It's the only place safe for you.
Even that's not safe. That nigga's a ninja. He will break into your house.
Listen, I'm
You
just
to hide your wives, hide your kids, because they're out here raping everybody.
He was a known rapist. They know him as a rapist, and he's crazy.
Yeah, I can't argue on that. He is a little crazy.
He's fucking crazy because I know he's crazy because he's really Catman. He's not Batman, but he can't fucking spell or design himself. Because the only people you know that catch their fucking prey just to let them loose again so they can catch them again are cats.
Valid point. And he's in love with Catwoman.
Yeah. But so anyway, look, if you want to debate Superman with me and Batman all day, I'll do it. But I'm letting you know, if you come to me with anything about Batman other than he's a rapist, I'm gonna have to, school you because you don't know shit, right? Dude saw his parents get shot in front of him, right? Gun kill him. But no, what does he do? He fucking catches bad guys and locks them up in minimum...
Beats the crap out of them and then locks them up.
Puts them up in minimum security prisons, knowing that they're going to break... I mean, the fucking Joker broke out of fucking Arkham Asylum like 15 times. So why you keep putting him there?
Right.
When the fuck does Batman get locked up for being an accessory to murder? Like, if he would have just killed the Joker the first time, the Joker would have fucking killed that.
Technically, the state should have killed him.
The bus of fucking children that the Joker runs off the cliff, or the people he ties up to bombs and shit that go off. The Joker has killed people. That all the Batman villains have had casualties under their belt. And what does Batman do? Lock them bitches up. They get loose again, and then he's like fucking surprised. Like
he does cripple some of them because he be chopping dudes in the neck.
Right.
He be
He'll chop him in the neck
bro.
and be like, "Now talk."
No, he does that to the fucking henchmen and the goons.
The Teamsters,
listen,
effectively Teamsters.
Pull out their whole larynx and then tell me where they are.
You never see Batman try to break Joker off with the 2-piece. What he do? He throw the fucking little nunchuck shits that tie the dude's leg up and drags that motherfucker back, throws him in there, be like, "Don't you break out this time?" Hits him with a wink and then fucking dips out. Could you imagine like fucking Batman's text messages to these bad guys? All these fucking emoji faces. They fucking like, "Don't you break out?" Wink, wink. Knowing this motherfucker was gonna break out. I mean, like, I don't know why anybody. Like, I can't fucking believe anybody be like, "Yo, the Joker's on the prowl again. Yeah, for the 15th time. The 15th time. Like, y'all didn't learn after the second time to fucking put a bullet in this man's head and call it a day? Because there ain't no motherfucking, like, mutant, like, superhero or supervillain fucking bad guy in fucking Batman. At all. I mean, maybe Poison Ivy.
There's Bane. There's Killer Croc.
No.
There's Clayface.
Killer Croc.
Captain Cold.
Killer Croc. Maybe. Clayface, yes. Poison Ivy. That's it. The
Penguin.
The Penguin was just a
just a mobster.
He was a blotched guy from Nip Tuck, man. Like, he had a fucked up nose job and he had an umbrella with a gun on the back of it, man. He didn't do shit. He had fucking webbed hands and feet, a top hat. He was fat.
Yeah, you're right. A lot of them are human.
Yeah, the
Joker was, just a fucking clown from the circus. Harley Quinn was his little bitch. Catwoman was a side stripper. There was nobody in there that he fought, and he would get schooled. Yeah, he caught the fucking villains at the end of the day. And then, they broke free. But they broke free too much.
Yeah, but I mean, he did have contingency plans that he successfully.
But look.
So
Having it. Look.
for
To
the Justice
say
League.
you have a contingency plan and actually have a fucking plan are different. Because you know what? If there's a fucking zombie apocalypse right now, I have a contingency plan. But if that shit happened right fucking now, I don't have a fucking plan, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, if you give me fucking 2 weeks notice and tell me that the zombies are going to break out in 2 weeks, yeah, I got a fucking plan. I'm going to put that shit together. You know, like in my head, I think I know what I'm doing, but that shit would happen right now. I have no idea. And there ain't no fucking contingency plan for locking a motherfucker up and club fed with fucking, you know, the half the rich people that fucking embezzle. What's the name of the dude that embezzled money from, Bernie Madoff?
Yeah, Bernie Madoff.
Fucking, that's what he's locking them up with, man. Bernie Madoff and the Joker out there fucking playing 18
Martha
holes.
So
Martha Stewart.
Martha
And then they
Stewart,
fucking,
Quinn,
then they're
BFFs.
fucking breaking loose. And then, you know what? It takes dude Batman with all these gadgets. It takes him to catch him just to bring him back. And guess what? When the fucking cops gonna realize that, hey, why does this guy keep locking these motherfuckers up here with door handle that ain't got no fucking key?
So back to your original point.
Anyway, the whole point was people was like, yo, Batman would goon Superman.
False.
And I was like,
Fallacy.
no fucking way. They're like, well, he would have the kryptonite and he got the contingency plan to kill all the superheroes.
So-
Only reason why I said that is because it actually happened.
No. In some comic book dream world, it fucking happened. But also they didn't tell you he was a fucking rapist in that comic book either. So that's how
Well,
you know this shit was false.
You can't destroy canon. They created him, so obviously they can
Well,
create what happened.
even then, so like people always say, "Oh well, Batman will win if he has the time to plan ahead."
That's what
But-
everybody says. If Batman
Always.
if Batman has
Right,
time
he
to
has
plan,
to have time because you can't plan for a laser boom right through your head.
have you
Like,
ever, okay?
Right.
So Batman does nothing but plan. Have you ever seen him wipe the floor with a motherfucker? Because the Joker, what they say, the Joker got shit but wingtip shoes and been giving that motherfucker the
Wingtip
business.
shoes and a crowbar.
he making that crowbar sing, boy.
Right.
Bing, bing.
Right. So I was like, people, they talk all that shit. And I'm like, have you not seen The Boys? And they're like, no. I'm like, all right. So to me, in retrospect, Homelander is Superman.
Yes.
Same powers, everything. Superman.
I feel like there are people that could fuck him up, though.
Who?
Like the
Fuck
dude,
who up?
The Homelander, if they wanted to.
Well, yeah, because Homelander's a fucking G, though. Like,
But he weird as fuck. But I feel like the dude, I don't even, what's his name? The dude with all black.
Oh,
In season
no.
2, you see how tough he really. No, he
No.
he would.
No.
all right,
fuck
now you go
Homelander
into the boys. Like, we go
No,
into
no.
little boys too
Yeah,
much.
you-
But
back to DC though.
mess Homelander.
No,
I was like-
so if you give Batman time to plan,
I still don't.
you could give Superman the same time.
I still don't
and
think
he could wear a lead suit.
But my thing is this, and this is my whole thing about Superman. He's so super. How come he's just not that much smarter than everybody else?
so. But how do you know he's not? And this was my point to
'Cause he be
somebody.
doing some dumb shit.
No. The comic books make that motherfucker pretend he dumb shit. Now look, what kind of guy do you know could build the Fortress Solitude out of a bunch of fucking icicles?
But wasn't it magically built?
No, shit wasn't. He built that shit.
So in some continuity, he built it out of crystals from Krypton. In other continuity, it was built from ice in Antarctica.
Look, my man got fucking. He can make fucking hologram projections out of icicles. That's some MacGyver shit right there. All right.
Some pretty MacGyver shit.
That's MacGyver shit. So Superman ain't dumb. All right. So now Superman got every fucking power you could think of. Super speed. He could blow fucking ice. He could laser beam. And that's what I was telling people. I was like, you don't fucking understand. He got X-ray vision and laser beams.
Right.
And I was like, Batman got to take a shit
The
at some
only
point.
thing he can't see through is lead.
But Batman got to take a shit at some point.
He can't see through kryptonite either.
Right. But here's the thing, right? So if I know Bruce Wayne / Batman is in Gotham City, I go X-ray Gotham City, and there's one fucking room made of lead I can't see. Do you think I'm gonna sit there and be all like, I guess I can't find him?
Look,
or do you think I'm a heat beam the shit out of this lead box?
Exactly.
Because lead is not immune from heat vision.
So here's my thing. I get what you're saying. I am on the Superman train as well. He should handily win any fight. But to counteract what you're saying about his intelligence, he'd be letting Lex Luthor give him the business. Let's be honest. Lex be giving him the business routinely.
So this is where I put the asterisk to it. Right, is that Superman? He underestimate a lot of people.
Right.
Because he don't got a killer instinct. Batman got a killer instinct, but he don't use it. But I was telling the dude, I know that this is a pitch because most people don't know what the fuck this is. I said, but in Smallville, when Clark got that fucking red kryptonite ring and became a badass.
Yo, wrecking house, bro.
I was like, all you got to do is Superman got to be Homelander. When Homelander bust into that like Viet Cong terrorist fucking spot, and all he did was walk in that bitch and blew every fucking guy's head off with his laser beam. I was like, Batman gonna have to. One day Batman's gonna be coming home from fucking releasing his prey, catching, releasing again, whatever the fuck he does. He's like a fucking sports fisherman. Like he fucking throws it back just to catch it again. He's going to go home. He's going to tell Alfred he's got to take a shit. He's going to sit on that fucking toilet. His head's going to blow off because fucking Superman going to hit him with a laser beam from like Gotham City to Metropolis. Because Superman could do something like that. You have no idea how far Superman laser beams could go. So kryptonite only work when that shit get directly in front of fucking Superman. And Superman know you got fucking, if he know you got kryptonite, the motherfucker ain't gonna sit there and play with you. Then they bring up the fucking movie, Batman vs. Superman, when they're like, oh, well, Batman beat Doomsday, and then Batman killed Superman. Well, that shit happened because Superman was distracted, and he didn't know this motherfucker was gonna pull out some kryptonite. Like, literally, Batman hit that motherfucker with a prison kryptonite shiv.
Hey. There's one power they've never really explored with Superman. So it's been proven Superman is almost as fast as the Flash.
Oh yeah, I know.
Right? What is the Flash's main fucking power?
Speed.
He phases through shit.
I mean,
so they've never shown Superman phase through shit, but he is technically fast enough he could phase through shit. So you're telling me you got a dude that is bulletproof, heat beams, X-ray vision, and theoretically is fast enough to phase through shit? You are not killing Superman.
That's why I was like,
you are not. There's bro. No.
Batman would have to sniper fucking Superman with a kryptonite bullet.
Dude with super hearing that's gonna hear that bullet coming like several miles away.
Yeah. I was like the Superman is obviously OP as fuck.
Totally off subject. Can we talk about how his cousin Kara?
Who?
Kara.
Supergirl.
Hasn't been on Earth as long as him, but is as strong as him.
Because the Kryptonian bodies get from the sun.
No, but I'm saying if she just, I don't get it. Like by now she should be stronger than him because when she first got to Earth, she was already as strong as him, and he had been there for years.
Maybe they strength.
So now she's been here for years,
but maybe they strength plateau. Maybe they strength plateau. So now let me take it from this point. All right, so obviously we all are agreeing that fucking Batman is trash and Superman waxed the floor with him.
Yes.
All right, so now Batman in the DC universe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Superman aside, does Batman wax the floor with everybody else?
No.
Who else gives Batman the business?
Wonder Woman gives him the business hands down.
I don't know.
Are you crazy? Yeah, both of y'all smoking some serious dope if you don't think Wonder Woman would not give him all of the business.
I don't.
Him a pile of body parts.
The next person I think is closest but would still lose is Flash.
I think
the only reason the Flash loses is because the Flash needs friction and he has to run on the ground.
I was like, Batman would take Flash ass out to the fucking ice skating ring and wax him.
Right. Exactly my
You know what
point.
I mean?
Exactly my point.
But Wonder Woman gonna beat his ass. I'm serious.
But
Wonder Woman
I
beat
don't.
him
You
down.
see, like I don't know enough
I don't
about.
know if that's gonna.
I don't
Y'all
know.
You don't know enough. You don't know enough. She's my favorite.
I was gonna say I don't.
You.
I don't
I'm
know
telling
enough.
you,
I
just
don't
take
know
my word
enough
on this
about Wonder Woman to say whether she
I
would or
love
wouldn't.
Diana. Just take my word on this one.
Listen,
y'all
I
hold
just.
as hell. Martian Manhunter is also.
I was like, I think he would wax anybody else in the DC universe because
Martian
to me,
Manhunter. He's like Superman.
I was
only
like
smarter.
I was like, I think
People be sleeping on John Jones.
I believe in John Jones. I don't know if he could be
What about
Batman.
Shazam? You think Shazam give Batman the business?
Giving him the business.
I think Batman will wait till Shazam turn to a little kid and then whoop that ass.
Yeah, he probably would.
Shazam, come here, spank that baby ass. Bop, bop,
He
bop.
probably would do some shit like
Get
that.
a ball gag in his mouth before he
So
can
then-
scream Shazam so he can't transform.
So obviously, after I debunked that rumor,
But
the
I mean,
dude
John
was
Jones
like,
could just telepath him to death. Come on, guys. He's already got problems.
yeah,
You just
but
gotta push a
so-
little bit
so
more of that
again, like,
shit and make him
I
go
think-
absolutely crazy.
I think randomly, like any meeting of two superheroes, I think Batman gets his ass whooped. Just point blank, because most people have superpowers. He's like one of the only dudes that
Exactly. I don't know
He
why
has the
everybody
best
puts-
superpower. Money.
But, I mean, people put him on such a big pedestal.
but that's what I'm saying.
Highly
Like,
beatable.
well, I think
Even y'all though, y'all like, oh, he beats Wonder Woman. He beats.
Listen,
I think he beat
didn't
Wonder
say
Woman. I
that.
think he beat Flash.
I didn't say
don't
that.
think so.
I didn't say I think he beat. I said I don't know enough about Wonder Woman to know to make a decision. I'm saying that Batman comes off like grimy and dark, which I think people like. Plus, he's got like a million fucking movies, so he's the hero you know about, right? But I was like, I don't think he has to like prepare and shit. And I think most people underestimate the motherfucker, and that's how he beats you. But I've never seen Batman go in and wreck somebody.
Batman, he sits off, he sees what's going on, and then he makes a plan for what's going on.
So,
honestly, I think Batman would beat Ghost Rider. So pre Jason Todd dying, I think Batman beats Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider is Marvel. Fool.
I know, but I think he beats Ghost Rider.
So I was asked that question afterwards. It was all right. So they were like, so you don't think? I was like, no. Superman waxes Batman's ass. So then they said, what about Spider-Man? I was like, Spider-Man waxes that ass too. Like, I don't think Batman could beat Spider-Man.
That spider sense is broken as fuck. I think more often than not, Spider-Man beats Batman.
Then he was like, what about Tony Stark? Tony Stark now is not a superhero.
He beats Tony Stark.
No, hell no. Fuck out of here. Iron Man waxes that ass.
All right,
Super.
He beats
I'm talking
Tony
about
Stark.
European.
All right, I got
wax.
a question.
He beats
I got a
Tony
question. I got a question. Does Tony Stark get overly cocky and Vegeta that shit, or does he just fight him to win?
Listen, Tony Stark was giving Thanos the business. So I don't see fucking Batman doing shit.
But
against-
that's
no.
listen.
Batman throw a batarang.
Tony Stark got killed by Punisher.
Listen, you talk about
Actually,
some,
all of them got killed
you
by
talk about some random shit. I'm talking about like some true shit.
That ain't no random shit. It happened.
Listen, my man Tony Stark has missiles in the shoulders and fucking repulsor rays out of the hands.
Punisher, the only
Boom.
dude you know that killed everybody.
Listen,
Everybody.
listen. I don't
Like,
know. I don't know
literally everybody.
No, that's somebody high on shrooms. I don't believe that
He
shit.
killed everybody, bro. Every hero.
No.
Even
That sounds
though
like a what if.
Yeah,
it wasn't a what if.
Yeah, what the
it,
fuck
it
are these?
happened. Look it up.
What the LeBron 12s? Get the fuck out of here! Like nobody believes that shit. I'm telling you. I think
Punisher gave him the business.
if Batman and Iron Man got into a fist fight, all Iron Man would have to do is grab that motherfucker by the head and blast him. That's it. Because the Batman wears a rubber suit.
Kevlar.
Whatever. That shit ain't gonna stop no repulsor ray.
Valid. Super valid point.
But you know, Batman
Batman
probably would have found a way to disable his suit before he even did it.
right.
And it's gonna go.
Iron Man has AI assisted targeting.
right? Oh, you think
AI assisted targeting.
You think Batman?
We act like he ain't done had his ass handed to him
you
by
don't.
a lot of random.
You don't think that Iron Man could hack the Batmobile? Batman jump in that bitch. I mean, the fucking Penguin did it in the second
they would
fucking
just be
movie.
sitting back, just letting their money fight each other.
You don't remember? You remember the old Michael Keaton Batman movie, the second one with the Penguin, when they fucking drilled into that bitch and
they literally disassembled the Batmobile, rebuilt it, and put a bomb in it. Yes.
Yeah, and they were fucking driving it with a little stick.
Yeah.
Bro, Batman ain't shit. I quote me on that. Batman is not shit.
Well,
and, I mean, I don't like most of DC anyway.
Listen,
Superman's my only.
My two biggest, like, people they put Batman on a pedestal, which, okay, whatever, we get it. And they put Tony Stark on a pedestal.
What's the difference between?
Okay, we get it, but let's be honest, Thor is a god. Hope the madder he gets, the stronger he gets. There's a lot stronger people than Tony Stark.
Listen, what's the difference between Harry Weinstein and Batman?
Weinstein?
Harvey Weinstein. I didn't want to call him by his own name.
Oh.
What's the difference between two of them?
I don't know what.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out.
Oh.
They both had money. They both rape people. Like, what the fuck is the difference? Listen,
He just got beef with Batman.
I have serious beef with Batman. And then the last one that this
it
guy.
shows.
So this is the last one the guy threw at me. He was like Goku versus Superman.
That has been answered.
I was like Goku. Whoops.
No, it hasn't.
Goku,
It has been answered.
Goku whoops
By
that
who?
ass.
It has been answered.
Who
So
answered it?
if so, the ultimate thing it comes down to is if while fighting Goku, Superman comes across kryptonite, right? Goku's dumbass is going to be all like, "Oh, this is hurting you, and you're not going to be at full strength." Then I'm going to toss it away. He gives up his winning advantage.
No.
The other part to it is that
you think the kryptonite gives Goku a winning advantage?
yes,
No.
Vegeta could beat Superman. Goku can't beat Superman
No.
because Vegeta will be all like,
Disagree.
actually no, Vegeta's pride is going to get in the way.
Disagree. So this is where for my aspect is. One, Goku usually gets his ass whooped in the beginning anyway.
Yeah,
All right, a typical fight fashion, Goku's getting that ass whooped.
Heat vision in the middle of the head, Goku dead.
Yeah, no, because
No. False.
Goku's body.
Do y'all not realize how strong heat vision is?
Yeah,
oh,
but-
we do.
Okay,
well,
it can break a
Hey,
planet.
listen,
Yeah, and
Okay.
so can Frieza's death beams, and Goku could withstand that.
right.
I mean, they took balls of destructive energy, which should have fucking liquidated them and survived. Anyway, they're both aliens. Saiyans aren't from Earth. Kryptons aren't from Earth. So they're both I think on equal playing grounds. Now here's where I think, coming to a fight to kill, it'll be a good one. Again, Goku would not want to kill somebody, but of course, if it was a death match, you had to kill him. Look at fucking Resurrection F, when fucking Frieza blew up the Earth, right? And Whis was like, Whis told Goku, if you should have killed them, we wouldn't be here. They went back 6 seconds. What did Goku do? He immediately cut right in front of Vegeta and fucking blasted Frieza and killed him, just because he knew he had to kill him.
Well, listen, you let something happen to Lois, and you'll see a very unpleasant.
Okay, you let something happen to Krillin. Let something happen to Krillin.
Okay, so there you go. If something happened to both of them, then we back to a stalemate.
So here's the thing. Goku loses
No.
for one fundamental reason. Goku is all about overcoming his limits, which means he has to lose first. Superman is a fundamentally flawed character that was never written with limits.
Well, remember, Goku's also a martial artist. Superman hasn't fucking trained. Superman just relied on his heavy punch,
right.
which is basically like Super Saiyan 2 unmastered, like when Trunks did it and got his ass whooped by Cell. Now, what happens when Goku fucking instant transmissions Superman to planet Namek?
They continue to fight until he loses power because he's no longer at the yellow sun.
Without Earth's yellow sun, Superman is a regular human being or a regular Kryptonian.
But then that's going to take the advantage away. So he's like, "Oh, this is no fun." He's going to take.
But again, the fact of any of these like hypothetical situations is, do they know it's a death match? Because the thing is that if they don't know it's a death match, Batman has the advantage because Batman's going in there with the option to want to kill.
Namek has no son.
It doesn't have a yellow sun, which is what gives Superman his powers. I take it back. Vegeta could be Superman. Vegeta
would blow up the sun.
Vegeta would blow up the sun. He would blow up the sun knowing he can wish everybody back and go, fuck it. I'm just going to blow up the sun.
I was like, fuck it. Just take Superman's ass to Alaska and then fucking wax that ass for 6 months because they got darkness. There ain't no yellow sun when you in the fucking what the hell is that?
I don't think it works instantly. I think it wears off gradually.
Yeah, but I don't think you understand how much punishment a Saiyan can take.
Yeah,
a Saiyan can get blown up with a planet and still be okay.
Superman has taken equal to power. This man has been dead, heart beating once every.
Well, that's what I said that too.
He takes punishment too.
I said Superman got more resurrections than Christ,
bro.
Yo, that's true.
Bro, this man,
true.
This man, Doomsday gave him all of the business, but he didn't.
Look,
die.
all right.
But
so
did he die though? No.
Look, I put it out there. Superman.
I feel like it'd be a stalemate at best.
I think Goku can wax that ass for Superman. That's where I'm at. But I definitely know Batman is not waxing no asses except Arkham Asylum inmates. I think the whole thing is like. Batman's on some type of juice. I don't think Batman's reality is actually reality. I think he's just an inmate dreaming that shit up.
He's actually the mental patient.
Think about it, man. Like it would make sense if he was the fucking mental patient. Yeah. His fucking father was killed.
Could you even give him a win over Captain America? No, probably not.
Well, so we went into that we went into that because I was like, maybe, because to me, like breaking down like what DC heroes and villains are versus what Marvel heroes and villains are.
Traditionally, DC heroes are OP.
Because they don't have real origins. They're like fucking Aquaman, he's from the ocean. Martian Manhunter, he's from space. Superman, he's a Martian. Batman's the first one that was like, oh, I'm a regular fucking dude, right?
Yeah, DC doesn't put a lot of limits on.
But that's what I'm saying. But they don't. So OP. Like, I
but they don't. They don't put a lot of. They don't put a lot into the origin stories. They just like randomly, like you got fucking powers.
But yet you hate Power Rangers for putting a lot into the origin story.
Well, I'm saying like you're talking about a 2-hour movie versus a long history of comics. Fucking DC is the Oprah of fucking comics. You get a power, and you get a power, and you get a power. Versus like Marvel, most of them came into their powers,
right? And they develop their powers naturally over time.
Like Thor is the only one that's born gifted, and most of the mutants and
X-Men. And even say Thor is a god.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying.
And
like,
even Thor, it took forever for him to be able to use his powers without the fucking hammer.
So I mean, think about it.
That's not a big Achilles heel, bro. Because he was the only one that could wield it anyway, and it would come to him when he needed it.
Oh, until really? Captain America took that shit. Anyway, yeah. So think about your Marvel heroes though. Spider-Man, radioactive spider. Iron Man took a slug to the chest, came back as 50 Cent. Hulk had gamma, reaction. Captain America was a failed roids experiment.
But I mean, there are some that are super OP. Let's talk about Sentry. Let's talk about Silver Surfer. Let's talk about Wanda Maximoff, Scarlet Witch. She literally could speak you out of existence. That's OP, bro. She said no more mutants, and there was no more mutants.
Yeah, but you're talking about one-offs. Like
that's OP.
But and a lot of those people,
you'll get a power to do anything you want to do. But it happens everywhere. Is all I'm saying. It's hypocritical to point it out in DC and not point it out in Marvel. That's all I'm saying.
But Marvel got like 8 million heroes. DC got like 28.
DC can't keep a timeline straight either.
Yeah.
Shit.
Why you think
well,
they
now Marvel can't.
Why
either.
you think they can't? They can't.
retcon the shit and be like, hey, guess what?
They can't
We're
even.
just playing.
DC can't even make a movie, man.
Yeah.
Well, now,
Look.
I ain't gonna disagree, but I ain't gonna.
They can't make a live action movie.
Listen,
Them animated
look.
movies be
I'll
on
tell
point.
you. I'll tell you
Hey,
the
last
only.
few weren't that bad.
The
I
only
like
place.
Justice League.
The only place Marvel fucked up was teaming up with Sony, and that's why I choose Xbox over PlayStation.
Oh well, I mean Xbox. I just prefer it anyway.
Listen, like the Spider-Man got good when they finally let Marvel make the movie. They was like, "Fuck it, you guys can make it. Like we can't do it."
And what is Fox
And they
trying to hold on
and to me,
Ain't
they had
still
something
trying to hold
going.
on to-
Look, they had something going with the fucking Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. I thought that shit was going somewhere when they were kind of leading into the Sinister Six, and I was like, "Oh, like." You finally gonna bring out some real fucking Spider-Man villains? They're like, no, you know what? This shit's done.
Right.
And then they fucked up the Venom movie. They fucked up. I don't know how bad they fucked up X-Men to where they had to come back to it, and it was still fucked up. Like
they fucked it up. They started fixing it, and then they fucked it up again.
Well, and it was like how you tied the end of it, and it was like you just erased all your fuck ups, but it was like so trash. But anyway, so point being is, Superman gonna wax the ass of Batman. If you don't believe so, bring your ass to the podcast. We can school you, but I don't see Batman doing much except needing a good fucking lawyer because he gonna have a lot of little Wayne babies running around because he wasted all his rubber on his suit and the man's not buying condoms.
The Bruce Wayne hate is real, man.
Listen.
It's super real.
I guarantee you in that utility belt there ain't no Trojans. Guarantee it.
Yeah.
And all the shit going on. You know, what does he do? He rapes the chick and then has Alfred Uber that bitch home. Alfred, get rid of this wench.
Alfred poisoning bitches with Plan B pills.
Exactly, man. The fuck.
I mean, Stark is a little heavy.
Come
himself.
on. Come on.
No,
what?
he's just an alcoholic.
Yeah.
He may beat his women, but he doesn't rape them.
Yeah, he's got a fucking excuse.
Oh, so he beat his.
he beats his women.
He's
he doesn't
a
rape
drunken,
them.
he's a drunken woman beater. The other one's a drunken woman raper. That is bad.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get tons of money.
So we go ahead and call it a show there. So again, I want to put that shit to rest.
I don't think we did, but hey,
we did.
It was entertaining.
Look, it was unanimous in this room that fucking Batman loses to Superman, and
But
people,
the debate will continue for years.
but
to
people
come, fellas.
ask me. I tell you, people ask me that shit every day.
Oh, well, now they know.
But I tell them, and I'm like, why you ask me this question? You know the fucking answer. Superman is waxing the ass. Batman ain't doing shit. Batman ain't got no powers, man.
He's got a better card and deck builder too.
Look. Listen, Batman is a dude with a bunch of fucking toys. Anyway, he's getting his ass whooped. And you know what? That's how we gonna end it. If you think Batman got a chance, hit us up on the podcast. My DMs is open. I'm more than willing to have a conversation about it. But my dude, whose brother was talking about, like, he was crying, Batman's so great. I hope you cry yourself to sleep before they put the bat signal up in there. Then you better lock your motherfucking window. He coming for that ass.
Does he go the easy way or does he go the hard way?
Bro, I like the Pete Holmes Bad Man. The rip off where Batman's like fucking half retarded. He's like, I don't kill people. He fucking cuts people. It's like, yo, you just killed him. Like, no, he's asleep. Like literally, that's like Batman. Like Batman don't know what the fuck he be doing. Because again, you see a whoop up on them goons, pow, pow, boom, and then it's like, what do you do to the Joker? Oh, let me make sure I take him alive. Like, bitch, last I checked, Dog the Bounty Hunter, it was dead or alive. Like, you collected that reward, period.
Well, you could say that about a lot of the heroes. If you just kill them and get it over with, it would have been over with.
So why? Now you see that I'm opening this shit up. Why was Batman so hell bent on killing Superman, who only did was save people, But then, like, with the Joker out there killing people, it's like, let's lock him up.
Right.
Knowing the Joker was gonna get free, let's lock him up. Well, what about the Riddler? The Riddler was just a fucking dude that was, just fucked up on drugs. Right? What we gonna do? We're gonna lock him up. Like he worse than some of these fucking country police.
And to be fair, Superman should have killed Lex Luthor.
Yeah, but we know Superman was soft. I'm saying that Batman purposely tried to kill Superman.
This is true.
Right? But he would not try to put any of that juju on anybody in Gotham City.
Right, because Batman's against killing humans, but killing aliens is okay.
Oh, so he's racist.
So he's got a code.
Yeah, he's racist.
He's racist.
Oh my God, he might be.
Alien race. He's racist against the alien race.
Well, yeah, because
Any
he's racist.
alien race.
So we go end it with that. Appreciate
Racist
y'all
Batman.
tuning in. Episode 25 again in the books, or episode 25 asterisk. That's what the shit's gonna be called. So stay tuned. We got a Christmas holiday special coming for you, and then season 2021. We definitely got some big things cooking in the books.
Right.
Follow us on all the social media platforms. BP_2dab. If you can't figure that out, go to www.2dabcrew.com. There's links there for everything. We'll have everything posted on the website, everything posted on social media. South Beach Beer products coming soon.
Absolutely.
February-ish?
Oh, January.
January, February. So you're listening to this, it's probably into December. Start checking it out. I seen the logo. The logo's fire. Products are good. I've been using them. If you want to touch my beard, you can catch me on the podcast once a week. Beard is nice and soft. Definitely need to check that out. And with that, we're going to say, shine the bat signal up, Gordon, and hit you with a peace.
Peace.